Hey everybody, who's Cat? Just want to talk a little bit about books and prepping. I think we all have books. Most of us have them online these days. I do, though I get hard copies wherever I can. I don't trust online, no matter what you think you've done to protect it. A book's a useful thing. A good solid thick hardback book is actually a great barrier for radiation poisoning if you manage to line your shelters with them. And it's transportable, and you can use it as toilet paper and fire starter and actually use it for knowledge. So yeah, I get some books, enjoy some books over the Christmas period. It's always worth getting a book. Remember, if you get a book, you actually have to read it. That's the big picture on Christmas Day. So a lot of people traditionally in prepping will store books like this. Okay, don't hate me. I'm actually probably going to do a review on this because I think it's kind of amusing. Bear Grylls, I drink my urine. I got it for $2 from the charity shop. I couldn't resist it. So I actually will probably sort of maybe do a partial review on this because it's got some odd things in it, as you might expect. A lot of other people have stuff like this. Totally excellent book, Organic Gardening in Cold Climates, right? I mean, a good thing to have, go through it slowly, make notes, figure out. Use the book if you can. If you can't use the book, at least read the book thinking about how to use it. Hello, Becky. So we all have books like these, and these would be classified as prepping books. There's more to it. In Grid Down, if we lose society, major massive grid down, if we lose society and it goes on and on for years and years, homes will be compromised, probably within the 10 to 25 year range, roofs will be collapsing, windows will be out. Any dry books in there will be wet, mouldy, damaged by animals and the elements. One of the great problems will be fire in the cities and towns. Libraries tend to be centrally located, so do bookstores. Yeah, so books are going to become a precious commodity. I think they already are. I think we take them far too much for granted. But a lot of books that do survive, people are going to use them in the northern climes that I'm in Canada, as toilet paper and fire. They will. When it gets that bad, they will. So one of the things I do is I buy nice books because I have some money, and I apologise for that, but it's true, and I'm very happy. I like to buy nice things. And I'll buy a decent book. I promised this months ago. Shut up there! So this is a book by a dead Englishman called Charles Dickens. It's called The Christmas Books. You may have heard of that in a different context. It's been a really terrible thing. It has a slipcase, which in the Victorian era when books first started to become actually popular, the early Victorian period, slipcases were used to protect the books. Good idea if you have a slipcase to keep it. A lot of people these days will rip off the outer covering of books, the slip cover, and again that helps. And you recognise the quote, "God bless us everyone," said Tiny Tim, the last of all. So prepping information in this, not at all. Information on how to survive the apocalypse, probably not much at all really. What this is rich textual pictures, narrative storytelling. Think about the future. You've survived by luck and design the fall of society. Society has not risen. No nice guys come along to fix it for you. You haven't found a big aircraft carrier watching on the beach full of supplies. Life's hard, tough. People die weekly, every month. Tough living. Stuff like this needs to survive. We can't recreate this in the future. It'll be gone. That'll be it. No more. This will anchor us back to our past, not the fantasy past of the 2017 cell phone world, but will anchor us back. So let me do a minor one. I am getting old. "Most agreeable," replied my Lady Bowley. "The worst man among them. He has been committing a robbery, I hope." "Why not?" said Sir Joseph, referring to that. "Not quite, very near, not quite. He came up to London, it seems, to look for employment, trying to better himself. That is his story, and being found at night asleep in a shed, was taken into custody and carried next morning before the alderman. The alderman observes, very properly, that he is determined to put this sort of thing down, and if he will be agreeable to me to have Will Fern put down, he will be happy to begin with him." Alright, it doesn't mean put down as killed, it means put down actually in a size and probably sent to Australia or something. Yeah, save books like this intentionally as a prepper if you can. If you like books like I do, and also my subs do, save some decent books. People will obviously save stuff like this for quite some time. I don't know if there's any point to it. It's kind of a pictorial history of the world. I see why people might want to keep this, but it's a postcard view of the world. It would be better to actually save actual things rather than just minor descriptions of them. Better to save the Diary of Anne Frank than this. But if nothing else, at least save some of these almanacs. But I don't know how educative they'll be for the future generation after SHTF. This is a sort of book people really need to be keeping. Again, slipcover. Why slipcover? I already said. Nice bound volumes. Using superior glues, using superior printing techniques. These books will last and last and last. 200 to 300 to 400 years, maybe 500 years if looked after a while. Why a book like this? I mean, you know, you don't Bear Grylls, right? No. This is the Earth and Intimate History. This stuff's going to slip. I think it's slipping now. But how the continental shelves are there, why the Ring of Fire's there, why the Alps are the way they are, all of this stuff, how islands formed, why islands move, Australia, stuff like this, all of this sort of stuff, the history of how we figured it out, how we figured out our planet. Sure, it's not a geographical textbook, but for the lay person who can read English, and that's going to be the other thing people are going to lose early on, is the ability to read complex words. It's a really valuable resource to keep this. Not in the first 5 or 6 years. And again, it's heavy, so store this sort of book and think about it. I don't know if Shakespeare's worth saving. I love Shakespeare, but I'm not sure that it's worth saving. The reason I say that is I think a lot of people will save it. So I think stuff like Shakespeare, the Bible, the Constitution of the United States of America, a lot of people are going to save them. Kind of pointless to save them when everybody else is. Save other stuff. Don't save Shakespeare. Save the stuff people won't save that they ought to. You ever read this? I read this when I was 44 for an English course. Chick lit, right? Wuthering Heights. Seen the film a couple of times, dead crap. Not really interested in it. This was an aside reading a 4th year English literature course. Emily Bronte. Wow. This book. Totally. Male, female, I don't care. It's a great book. Read it. Get a copy, a cheap copy of Wuthering Heights. But this stuff needs to be saved, and I hope you will do your bit to save the stuff that needs saving. Not just thinking about yourself and your family, or the people you like. Think about the future, think about the cultural future of humanity, and do a little bit, not a lot, but do a little bit to make the cultural future of humanity, if you survive intact with your stuff, a little bit more secure. Au revoir.